Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to game number 3. I apologize for not having these games up earlier, but I have had some serious abdominal cramps. Listen at me. Abdominal or stomach cramps. My entire intestinal tract has felt like I have been kicked over and over again by Rob Van Dam or whatever other superstar that you may want to say. This is Metalopolis. This is Snort versus Talk ZvZ, and we will have both of their overlords going to the closest by air position here on Metalopolis, and they will now know where each other's base is lying. And looks like early game here. Let's see what we got going on. Nothing too much. Looks like both of them are just doing very standard play, getting their drones up. It does look like to me that Talk is kind of behind in the drone count, which that's the reason why, what I was just about to say, he may be going for an early hatch or hatch before pool, pool, I meant to say, early pull before hatch up here in his position. There is the overlord here for Snort coming up into Talk's position, and he will scout that out. Snort does have his pool coming down now, I'm sure, after scouting that out. And let's see which direction that Snort and Talk go in this particular game, now that they know what position that each other is on. Let's see, nothing really happening too early in this game. And while that's going on and they're getting droned up and everything, I'm going to try to get these games done, and I may not actually do them in 1180p. May actually just render them out at 720 so I can get them over with. There are a few more games that I would like to get out, and in my opinion, 720 and 1180 on a lot of computers, they don't really make that big of a difference video-wise, so I might just do 720 and get these uploaded to YouTube as quick as possible. Snort is sending an overlord up here on this particular road to make sure there's no zerglings going to rush by. Talk does have 6 zerglings on the field. Snort does not at this particular point. He does, however, have his pool down and a couple of spine crawlers that I'm sure after the creep spreads out that he will be moving down here to this front door position, or even down here in his natural if he goes for that. He does have a handful of zerglings now to help defend off any early aggression if Talk decides to go for that. Looks like Talk will take this overlord out that is in his base. That could only mean that he might be going for an early roach warren, or not really early, but going for a roach warren before he does anything else. He does have a couple of spine crawlers down here to help defend any early aggression that might be a zergling rush through by Snort. Let's see what else is happening here. Unit-wise, everybody's still just doing the same thing. They're just droning up, getting their zerglings out, and there goes a roach warren down for Talk right up here behind his mineral line. And even if an overlord comes through, the queen should be able to pick it out easily if Talk is paying attention to that. We do have Talk with an overlord down here scouting out the road as well. I don't know if he actually knows that these zerglings are up here at this Zalnaga watchtower. This position here, and anybody should actually take these towers because you can see if anybody goes for an early expand on the high yield positions here, so it's a good idea. I don't know if he actually needs all 6 of these here because I would either send a drone or maybe just 1 or 2 zerglings up there to secure that Zalnaga watchtower because of any aggression that might actually slide by and be coming down here. Snort is transitioning over and his hatch is now up. Looks like the roach warren is down, and we do have 5 roaches coming out for Talk at this particular time. He does have a creep tumor going down, which I can only assume that he would move one of these spine crawlers up to the front position here. And let's see what's going on down here for Snort. He's just now getting down his roach warren as well. I don't see any roaches coming out for him. He continues to drone up and get his economy rolling. Their little zergling went down there to come in to scout to see if Talk actually did take his expand. Snort will now know that he has not, and he needs to fall back these zerglings here because after that scout and seeing that Talk moved out, that could only mean that he is coming down to his base, and he does have this overlord sitting here as well, so maybe, I don't know, those were just zergling fodder at this particular point. We do have a spine crawler and a spine crawler, but they take forever to go down. I mean, and as far as the attack goes, and it looks like he might, and he will lose both of these spine crawlers. It might have been better if he left them on the high ground, and I know that he was trying to defend his expansion, but this right here could spell trouble, and maybe even the end for Snort. These roaches continuing to move in, about to go up his ramp. A couple of roaches do pop out for Snort to try to defend off on this. A couple of them on the high ground. He will pull those back. He does have spine crawlers going down, but they will not pop out in time, and I don't believe Snort will actually be able to defend against this. And we shall see right here, as we see Talk is just really early game with 5 roaches devastating everything that Snort pulls out of these hatcheries here. And I don't know, no, that one will not come up, and I believe that's going to be it. Yes, it is. GG by Snort, and we move on to game number 4.